What is up, guys? My name is Jonathan Soto, and today I am here with,
Vincent Falco.
and together we have the 10-8 podcast going on, all right? This podcast is basically where we're going to talk about UFC predominantly, MMA in general. But yeah, we're just two huge fight fanatics, and we had to come here today and talk about this card that is coming up.
Biggest card of the year.
What is it's like
22.
322. Okay, 322. Okay, this is one hell of a first start, dude.
Yeah.
Because like even these prelims are good. All right, and I'm just super hyped to get into it. I think it'd be best if we just go ahead and hop into that.
Yeah.
We have I'm gonna butcher this name, but I believe it's Basinger Sosurkayev. Sosurkayev.
I would try and say it Beisinger Susarkayev.
Okay,
But-
yeah. Listen to him, not me.
I'm probably still wrong.
But he is going to be fighting Eric McConaughey. So, from what I have, right, the last five fights with Basinger, 3 KOs, 1 sub, and then 1 decision. He's undefeated right now, to my knowledge, at least in the UFC, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Friend of Khamzat Chimaev,
Right, training partner.
training partner of Khamzat Chimaev. His last fight was in August, so it's been a while. But nonetheless, Eric McConaughey is 10-3. He's 2 fights in the UFC, 1 KO, 2 decisions, 1 sub, and his last win was Cody Brundage in August. So it looks like they fought around like the same month, precisely.
Eric McConaughey obviously trains out here at the lab. He's a cool guy. I've gotten to meet him. He's nice. I think he's really good. The Cody Brundage win, it was a close fight. It was a split decision, but I mean, he beat Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage, I think, is better than anyone Susarkayev has fought. And Susarkayev was getting tagged up in that first round in his last fight, man. And I think Eric McConaughey could do the same things. But, I mean, it is Beisinger Susarkayev. There's a lot of hype around this guy. I understand why he's a minus 1,000. Maybe he shouldn't be against Eric, but if I had to bet on it, I'm betting on Eric plus 3.5. I think Eric could win a round, at least, or not get finished, hopefully. But yeah, the Chimaev training partner, the Chechen's a little scary, man.
Hey, Darren Till was Hamza's training partner too. And we saw what happened between him and Duplessis.
That's true. That's
right?
true.
So, but I mean, yeah, no, I definitely feel like there is a lot of hype around Basinger. Honestly, I didn't even know about him until like that press conference that they had where he was just talking smack the whole time.
Yeah,
with his son-
5-day turnaround and everything from Dana White Contender Series to the UFC. I mean, like, he's definitely a dog. He won 2
sure.
fights in 1 week. Like, he's definitely really good. But
Honestly, like if the money's talking, I'm gonna put my money on Eric just because like
minus 1,000 against the guy who's won 1 UFC fight and a Dana White Contender Series fight, like plus 560 on it. We're gonna get a decent plus 3.5 from McConaughey.
oh, dude. Yeah, my money's on McConaughey, especially, dude. If Basinger's a minus 1,000, bro, what kind of money are you gonna make from that anyway?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're betting the first round finish, which I think Eric's pretty tough, man. And Beisinger had a bad first round in his last fight.
Exactly. So yeah, no. Well, I know everybody's kind of on the Basinger train. I don't know, man. I honestly, I didn't know he was from the lab. So immediately now I'm like, oh, okay, he's from the lab.
Get biased a little bit, but
Yeah,
you know,
I definitely want to go for the dude. Okay,
Yeah.
we're based in Arizona. If
Yeah.
y'all didn't know,
gotta rep the local guys, man.
dude. Yeah, you got to rep. So I mean, yeah, no, I think Eric McConaughey. I mean, it probably more than likely will go to a decision, but I see it being a pretty close fight.
Yeah, I think Eric could definitely make it a close fight.
110%. Just because I feel like there's not too much to go into with them. If you're cool with going into the second fight,
Yeah.
which is Angela Hill and Fatima Klein.
I actually have the Borshlev fight, the short notice Mateus Camillo and Vaishlav Borshlev. They just announced a couple days ago.
Oh, that wasn't on the card then. I
Yeah,
didn't have
it's
that.
not on the original card, but that's right before Angela and Fatima.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have to phone me in on that one. I had no idea.
I mean, I don't honestly know much about Vaishlav Borshlev. That's an interesting name for sure. But Mateus Camillo is a really good grappler, and I'm taking him by first round sub just for the juice. I like Mateus. He's a good grappler. He's dangerous. He hunts submissions. He lost his last fight chasing a submission, but he chases him, and I'm gonna chase the submission prop for sure on Camille.
Submission. What do you think the props are for a knockout from these grapplers?
That's a good question. I think you'd have to bet the Borshov KO if you're
Really?
betting the. I mean, Camille has power in his hands too, but if you're chasing a KO, you might go underdog. I hope that Camille doesn't get the takedowns, doesn't get the submission and Borshov KO, but
Borslav, I'm usually good with faces, but is he the last guy that fought Terrence McKinney and got
he,
submitted?
he is the, yes,
Okay,
he is
I was
the
like,
guy.
I remember
Yes,
that name.
He did fight Terrence McKinney.
Yeah, dude. If you're getting submitted by Terrence McKinney in the first round,
Right. And I mean, Terrence is a really good grappler, but so is Mateus Camillo. So
yeah, just off of you telling me who it is, I was like, oh, like dude's gonna get submitted.
yeah,
Because I think he was like a kickboxing champion, but then he gets knocked down by Chase Hooper. Like, bro.
Chase Hooper. Hey, Chase Hooper's good though, man.
No, he's good, but like, bro, imagine like you're a kickboxing champion in whatever
Yeah.
division in Russia, wherever the hell you're from.
You get dropped by
And
the Dooner.
You get dropped, and you wake up, and you're like, "What happened, bro? You got knocked out by Chase Hooper."
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's tough, man. That's definitely tough.
definitely tough. So yeah, no, I can agree with you right off the rip that he's
Yeah.
probably going to get submitted in the first round.
Yeah.
Like, is what it is.
But yeah, that's a short notice one. The only thing I'd say is Camille could gas if he doesn't get the submissions or the takedowns against Borshov, but I just think he will. And next is the Angela Hill and Fatima.
Klein.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all.
I'm interested to hear your take on this one.
Oh, I have a take. Angela Hill, 18 and 15. All right.
Right.
She never gets finished. Props to her. The last time she was actually finished was actually in 2015, and it was to Rose Namajunas by a sub.
Wow. Yeah.
And so,
Rose is a finisher though.
yeah, yeah, okay. Oh, your last finish was from Thug Rose. Completely understandable, okay?
Yeah.
Like, not knocking you there. However, we got Klein, Fatima Klein. She's 4-1 in her last fight. She has 1 decision, 3 KOs. She lost to Jasmine Judavicius. Or Judavicius.
I'm not even gonna try.
Dude, yeah.
Choose the vicious. Maybe.
Judavicius. Yeah, something like that, all right? We're trying here. But Angela Hill is a plus 340. Fatima Klein's a minus 475. I always tell myself I'm never gonna bet on like women's MMA because it's usually like no matter which way you throw it, it's always like a 50-50. Like something just always happens. And Angela Hill is a vet. Like as much as you want to look at her record, say what you want, she is a vet, and she has pulled out of the fire quite a bit in like the last fights I've seen. But Klein is a super good Muay Thai fighter. She has she has quite a few finishes under her belt by KO. It's usually more common, I feel, to see more submissions in the women's division. But I feel like minus 475 is kind of a stretch. I feel like if you put her even by decision, Klein by decision, it's probably still going to be like a minus 110 or
Minus
something like
150
that.
maybe.
Minus 150,
Those props aren't out yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, if you want to play the safe side, I'm probably going to be doing Klein by decision because, I mean, if she knocks out Angela Hill, like, girl hasn't been finished in 10 years, okay? So that would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't think she's finishing Angela Hill either.
Yeah, I'd be really shocked. But, yeah, no, I mean, beyond that, I'm not going to lie. I don't know too much about, like, the backstories with them or anything.
Yeah.
Anything to add.
You seem to know more about Fatima Klein than I do. I know her as a good grappler. I know she has good submissions as well. I wasn't as familiar with the Muay Thai background that you mentioned, but I was thinking the only way she submits or finishes Angela Hill is with a submission because if she got the takedowns, I mean, Angela Hill thrives in striking matches where she can just show that she's been there before and knows what to do. And I mean, she did lose to Iceman Lucindo in her last fight, but it was a good fight. Lucindo's a top 5 in the division, probably striker. She's 23 years old, not 40. So it makes sense why Lucindo was a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner there. But yeah, I think Fatima would have to get the takedowns to beat Angela Hill, like in a finish. And I don't know if she'll finish her on the feet. And I think Angela Hill, at 40 years old, knows how to win a round. And so I'll say the same thing as I said against Weisinger. It's too big of a favorite. Minus 480, minus 500. I'm going Angela Hill plus 3.5. I think the vet can win a round.
Okay, interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like we both like yapped about as much knowledge as we know about what's going to go down in that fight. What do you have for the third? Because yours is probably
I have
more accurate.
Sabatini and Massico.
Okay, I was waiting for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pat Sabatini, right? He's 3-2 in his last 5. Both losses were by KO, but one of them was to Diego Lopez. And dude, Diego Lopez, when he cracks your chin, you're probably gonna go down. He dropped Volk,
Yeah.
right? So not giving him too much of a knock for that, but his grappling is really good. His grappling is really good.
Dangerous grappler.
He has 2 subs and a decision in those last 5 or the last 3 wins he has. The betting odds on this one are even. They're literally, that's what I saw.
Yeah, it's been moving back and forth.
Back and forth.
I think Sabatini opened as the underdog, and now
Really?
Pascal is the underdog. And right now on FanDuel, at least, Sabatini's a minus 135.
Oh, okay. So he's like,
He's balancing.
He's
People
balancing.
are betting on, but I don't think it's gonna stay that way. I bet it's a pick 'em by fight night. I mean, Mariscal is really good. I'm kind of gonna pick him here.
no, I'm going with Mariscal too because Pat Sabatini got knocked out by Damon Jackson. Damon Jackson.
Yeah.
Not known for his striking at all. They call him the leech for a reason, right? Like, if he got subbed by Damon Jackson or even like decision and it was just like a wrestling clinic, could totally understand. But bro, if he got knocked out by him, I'm sorry. Like, I think this other guy, Chepe Mariscal, he's on a 5-fight winning streak.
He's hot.
He tends to win by decision. But I mean, even then, I feel like, Sabatini, if he can't get you to the ground, he's kind of cooked. Like, his striking's just not at that pedigree of like a Chepe,
Yeah.
And like I said, dude, if you're getting knocked out to like, well,
Do you know what round that was in?
Hmm?
To Damon. Do you know what round he got knocked out?
No, I don't. Off the top of my
Top of
head.
my head.
In my humble opinion, though, any round by Damon Jackson is crazy
Yeah.
work. But hey, bro, to each their own. All right. I think that Pat Sabatini is gonna lose. If he's not knocked out, it's probably gonna be decision. I can't even imagine what the betting odds are for Chepe by submission. That would be
That would be crazy. I don't know.
probably like a plus
700, yeah,
So
yeah.
like something crazy, right? But yeah, no. What do you have to give? on
Yeah,
this?
I mean, I have a jujitsu bias. I love grapplers. I love people that are gonna hunt submissions. I try and chase the submissions as much as I can. If I can find a submission prop I like, I'm gonna bet on it. And I want to bet on Pat Sabatini's submission, but I do think it's possible. I do think it's possible, but I definitely think the smarter play is gonna be like a late finish for Mariscal or the decision. I don't think Sabatini's going to get the sub this time. I think Mariscal is really hot. I think Mariscal is really good. I think all the momentum is favoring him, and I definitely think that he's going to close as the favorite or pick him. I don't think Mariscal should be the underdog here.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. And the thing with Chepe is, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of knockouts on his record. He goes to decision quite a lot, but his fights, from what I've seen, are pretty entertaining. Like, he's usually like on the money, like just moving forward for the most part.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him fight. But yeah, no, I think he's gonna have Pat Sabatini. I think he's gonna have him in a really bad predicament.
Yeah. As you mentioned, he moves forward a lot, and that's kind of where I think Pat isn't going to be able to get the takedowns if Mariscal's just pressure.
Can't get a takedown if you're moving backwards.
Yeah, you can't.
Like,
exactly.
You have to be having some sort of forward momentum, and
Yeah.
Chepe is not going to get knocked out by Pat.
He's got to set up that takedown with some form of striking.
Yeah, no, 100%. But no, beyond that, I mean, I feel like I believe we have Kyle Dawkins next.
Yes, Kyle Dawkins and GM3.
Yeah, all right. So we got Kyle Dawkins. He's on a 5-fight winning streak. He blew my mind when he knocked out Michelle Pereira. I was like, oh, he'll probably get a submission, because from what I remember when he was in the UFC, he was really good at submitting. He had that really weird headbutt situation with what's his name? Kevin Holland. He had a Kevin Holland like situation going on. I think Chris Dawkins is his older brother, and he fought at like light heavyweight and then went up to heavyweight. Dude was just getting knocked out like repeatedly. His poor brother. But from what I know of, Kyle Dawkins actually went to a different promotion and ended up becoming the champ.
Cage Warriors, I think.
Cage
right?
Warriors ended up becoming the champ. His first fight in the UFC back again is against Michel Prieto, which not an easy fight, right? Like he moves real weird. He has that capoeira going on, all kinds of stuff. But man, when I tell you, when I saw this dude knock him out, I was
In one. He chinned him in the first round, I think.
yeah, I think it was the first round, bro. I was like blown away. Even the commentators were like, "What the hell? Like, what happened in Cage Warriors? What are they feeding you?"
Yeah.
But I mean, to get cut from the UFC and come back, that's pretty impressive. But Mearshart at a plus 290. What are we thinking?
Are you gonna bet on GM3 here?
I'm not. No. I wanted to see your opinion.
As I said, have a bias towards grapplers and like to chase submission props, and I would love to bet on GM3 submission as I have 1,000 times in the past, but I will not be doing it. Kyle Dawkins has really good grappling. He's from Pennsylvania. I got to rep. That's my hometown. I got to rep the Philly grappling, man. I mean, as much as I like Gerald Mearshart being a submission threat, Kyle Dawkins is a good wrestler. Kyle Dawkins has good takedown defenses. Kyle Dawkins, look at Kyle's losses. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but I look at Ludovic Klein as like his big, like I think that's the loss that got him cut from the UFC. And if you're losing to Klein, like Klein's good, bro. Klein's really good. Look at Klein versus Gamrot. You know what I mean? Like Klein is really good. I think that wasn't a bad loss from Kyle. And people were clowning on me when I was rating Kyle Dawkins good against Michelle because, Cage Warriors isn't all that. I think that was pretty similar to who was Harry Hardwick from Cage Warriors. Got destroyed with the leg kicks, and so everyone was like, "Bro, like Cage Warriors isn't shit. Like, why are you gassing up Kyle Dawkins?" But I do have a little bit of hometown bias for Kyle Dawkins. He showed power in his hands. And I think there's no chance Gerald Mearshart's going to be able to get Kyle to the ground. And I think he's going to.
Yeah, and honestly, like from what I know, UFC history has told me that for the most part, when two grapplers are fighting, the fight usually is on the feet.
Yeah.
For the most part, I don't know why that is. I feel like they just want to test the other person where they feel like they're the weakest. I learned that with Colby Covington versus Usman, the first one. I don't even think there was like a takedown that whole fight.
A lot of times they end up being staring contests or striking matches.
Yeah.
Bo Nickel versus who comes to mind? Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig.
Yeah,
Paul Craig.
that was another one.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I feel like they just. I don't know if they don't want to test each other's like gangster and that like they're both afraid of it. So they just don't, and they're just like, oh, like.
I think it's more the first thing you said that they think, oh, this guy sucks at striking. I'm at least a good striker. Everyone has that ego that, I'm a complete MMA fighter. This guy isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I go through more so with that one, for sure. But when I think MMA, right, like you said, it's everything. You have to be able to strike. You have to be able to grapple. Gerald Mearshart is not really known for his striking, and I think the one knockout he has was against, it was like the one dude Prieto didn't finish, besides Jan Blachowicz. I remember everybody was like, so Gerald Mearshart can knock you out, but not Prieto. It was like one of those weird ones. But yeah, no, I just, I feel like Kyle Dawkins is the more complete fighter. I feel like now that we've seen he can knock people out,
Power.
he definitely can submit people. I wouldn't be. I just know there's a finish. I just know it's a finish. Whether he knocks him down, takes the back, chokes him, or just one punch, knocked out. I mean, Chimaev knocked out Mearshart in a single punch.
Yeah.
So, and hey, bro, that's
Colded him.
Yeah. Like I remember Mearshart said, like, "Oh, take a shot every time they show a video of me getting sent to the shadow realm."
Yeah, that was bad.
No, that was a bad knockout.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, Chimaev hits hard,
Yeah.
right? So it's like not that shocking.
That's when we learned that.
Huh?
That's when we learned
Yeah,
that.
that's when we learned that. And so, yeah, no, dude, I think Dawkins.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think early.
Yeah, I think first round Kyle Dawkins knockout. I think the safest bet is fight to end within the distance because no matter what, I think Kyle Dawkins could submit him. GM3's only chance of winning is a submission. He's not winning a decision here. I mean, I guess he could No, he's not going to out grapple Kyle Dawkins for 3 rounds. It's just not going to happen. So if you want to bet fight to end inside the distance, I imagine that's going to be like minus 200 though. And I want my like plus 500, plus 300, plus maybe 350 Kyle Dawkins first round KO.
Dude, yeah, no, I'm glad we agree on that. Yeah. I'm so glad we agree on that.
I love GM3, but 5 years ago.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I don't know, man. GM3, he can pull it out of the fire sometimes, but not enough. Like not enough to be consistent.
Yeah.
At all. But do you have Wellmaker for the next one?
Yeah, I think Camille is going to be the only one we have different, probably.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So, Wellmaker. This guy's dope. I love everything about him. I am a huge Wellmaker fan after these last few fights. We haven't seen anyone test his grappling yet.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the City guy.
City Kickboxing?
No, I think that's his name. City?
Cody. Cody Haddon. He's fighting.
Oh, who's that dude?
Saidi. Yeah, he pulled out. Yep, he got replaced by Cody Haddon, New Zealand dude, or Australian, somewhere in that region.
Cody Haddon, what about him? Has he had some fights in the UFC?
I do not know much about Cody Haddon. I know Cody Haddon is good, though. Let me see Cody Haddon's last fight.
What do they have the odds at?
They have the odds at... Actually, I'm going to let you guess what the odds are.
Oh, God. With the momentum Wellmaker has right now, he's probably like at a minus like 600.
You know, and you would think that because I would like to know, do you have the odds for what he was against Saidi?
No, it didn't even show me that. It's probably because
they weren't out yet and then it got canceled. Yeah. So he has one fight in the UFC and one fight in the Dana White Contender Series. He beat Argueta and Brand, and he has a submission win for that's a pretty anyway, he's good. Haddon's a good prospect. He won on the Dana White Contender Series. He won his debut. And this is not the way up for Wellmaker that people expect. People think that Wellmaker is going to be a minus 600 favorite, just like you said. I would have imagined that they would have lined up Wellmaker on this pay-per-view card, maybe the first fight of the main card, minus 1,000, and give him a punching bag. Like, who can we think of that's a punching bag that he just beat up?
Oh.
Sean O'Malley's punching bag. I think that... he's cool. I like the guy. Moutinho's got a lot of heart. Chris Moutinho is a good enough fighter to dog it out, to not get finished by O'Malley. He obviously got finished after that a few times and by Wellmaker. But I think that shows me nothing from Wellmaker. I think Wellmaker won his first fight with a very powerful knockout and very early, and I was like, this guy is good and he has power. And that's the only takeaway was this guy is good and he has power. His second fight, they give him a punching bag because they want to give him a highlight. He's cool. He quit his 9 to 5. He got his $50K bonus. I like the story. He beats up Chris Moutinho, knocks out another punching bag. And I'm just watching that fight, and he is just winging every right hand. And obviously it's there. Obviously Chris Moutinho is going to get hit with it. Obviously he's going to fall, and obviously he does fall. But, like, I don't know. I just didn't see more than him winging a right hand over and over and over again with a lot of power. Wellmaker's really good. I'm not trying to derail the Wellmaker hype train, but Cody Haddon's an actually really good prospect as well. Out of New Zealand, Australia, we know how those guys have been having a lot of success. I'm not going to pick Cody Haddon here. I think Wellmaker's obviously probably the pick, but this is not a layup for Wellmaker.
So what were the odds?
It's minus 160 for Wellmaker.
Oh, so this is like
this is a real fight.
This is a real fight for him. Honestly, I thought his knockout against Cameron Simon was more impressive than Chris Moutinho.
Right. It was earlier, and he didn't have to look for it as hard. I mean, like, he was just walking down Chris Moutinho, just like, give me the knockout. Give me the knockout. When is he going to fall? And we know that it takes a minute to get Chris down.
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is he's knocked out 2 people. I don't know about his 3 fights ago, but he has knocked out the last 2 opponents with that same exact combo that he does. Because he's a southpaw, if I'm correct.
And it's a right hook.
Yeah, and so what he does is he'll switch to orthodox. He'll throw right body kicks, and then he'll fake a right body kick, plant his right foot down, and just wing a right hook
Yep.
into southpaw.
Yeah.
And it lands because people are trying to block the left kick,
Yeah.
and dude, you just get caught. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, dude. You know who I would really like, especially if he wins this fight. You know who I think would be a great fight for him next?
Who?
Peyton Talbot.
That's a good question. Peyton Talbot might be on a different trajectory, if he beats Cejudo. I think
He's fighting Cejudo.
he's fighting Cejudo in December.
How do you lose to Rayoni?
Barcelos.
Yeah.
I mean, but then he came back and he beat Lima. And everyone was like,
and what's his name? Cody Garbrandt. He beat Cody Garbrandt.
did he? I thought that was before I don't know, but I might be wrong about that. But I know that he beat Lima. And yeah, his last fight was Lima, and Lima's a great grappler, and I picked Lima. I was like, if you got out grappled by Hayoni, you're gonna get out grappled by Lima and probably submitted. And everyone was like, no, like Peyton was just sick that day or something. Like,
Nah,
Peyton's not a bad grappler. And then he beat Lima, and Lima was a really good prospect going into that fight. So I'm believing in Peyton Talbot. I know this is off track, but I think Peyton Talbot might beat Henry Cejudo, even though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I don't know. I would love to see Henry Cejudo get the takedowns on Peyton.
I think he wins by decision.
You think Henry wins a decision? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked good against Song Yadong in that first round a little bit. He wasn't getting the takedowns in the second and third, or it ended in the second, I think.
Yeah, the eye pokes.
Yeah, they started the third for no reason at all.
Terrible reffing. I
Yeah.
think that was Herzog's doing.
Yeah, I just don't think the refs have any control over what's going on in the fight whatsoever. But yeah, just to break down that fight, I think Peyton Talbot might be able to defend the Henry Cejudo takedowns. But I do think Wellmaker wins this, and I don't know who you give him next. This is a make or break for Wellmaker. This is the Bo Nickel versus RDR. We're giving Wellmaker a really good fighter now. We're not giving him away. What you expected. I fully expected another knockout victim for Wellmaker on this card, but Cody's actually really good.
Oh, okay. So then that changes everything. Then I didn't know that this dude pulled out. But probably Wellmaker by decision if he does win. But yeah, no. Beyond that, anything else?
No, I don't have anything else to add to that fight. I think it's pretty 50-50.
Sick.
Tracy Cortez and Aaron Blanchfield.
Tracy Cortez and Aaron Blanchfield. Oh, that's the tough one.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the odds?
The odds have Aaron Blanchfield minus 245 right now.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, yo. In another life, all right, I would put a ring on Cortez's finger. Just not this one, unfortunately. I'm a huge Cortez fan. She used to train at CJMMA. That's where I used to train. Aaron Blanchfield, though, I just feel has fought way better competition. I believe she submitted Jessica Andrade. I think her recent loss was to Fiero. It's like that really tall.
Did she fight? Let me see. I think most recently I remember Aaron Blanchfield's cancellation. I don't remember her last fight though, because I know Aaron Blanchfield just got canceled from Macy Barber. Remember that?
Oh my.
Macy Barber passed out in the back.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Let me see. Aaron Blanchfield losses. Yeah, you were right. I did not know that. That's a really good loss, though.
Yeah, okay. She didn't lose to anybody, all right? It was by decision, right?
5-round decision.
Yeah, 5-round decision. So, I mean, I feel like Cortez's moment to shine was when she fought in Rose. We saw what happened there. Did you think that fight was remotely competitive?
I think Rose is a really good striker, though. I keep glazing Rose, but Rose is so good.
Yeah, and hey, bro, your first loss in the UFC is to Thug Rose. That's not, I'm not trying to detract that from anything, at all, by any stretch of the mile. But I was going for Cortez, I wanted her to win, but, I mean, deep down in my heart, I was like, I don't think she's going to get finished. I was like, but I don't think she's going to win either.
Yeah.
But against Blanchfield's a dog on the ground. She has really good submissions. Cortez, she's. I mean, I think she's primarily known for like her wrestling. Um, I don't remember the last time Cortez got a finish though.
Yeah, I think it was a submission, and I'm not sure who was over. I could look it up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, Cortez is a great fighter, right? Like, I mean, but oh, is that flyweight? Why did it? Oh, yeah, it has to be at flyweight if she fought Thug. I don't know why I thought it was strawweight. Um, but no, Cortez is a really good fighter. She has a lot of like that Mexican dog in her, and just all around. I think she has power in her hands, but because I haven't seen Blanchfield get hurt by anybody's hands like that, I just honestly, I just see Blanchfield just dominating top position for 3 rounds. Like that's the way I see it going down. Maybe getting a submission. If Blanchfield manages to submit Cortez, that's a huge feat. Like that's a really big deal. Like if
Tracy's
Rose
really good at
Namajunas
it.
wasn't able to do that to you, and she was, that's saying something. That's a huge statement. So even like I said, like even though I think Blanchfield's gonna win, um, it takes away nothing from Cortez because Blanchfield's a beast. She's a
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. I don't know how many dogs I've picked on this fight card. It's been, I mean, I kind of picked up Cody Haddon. I've talked about Chepe, and I'm on the Eric McConaughey plus 3.5. So that's 3 dogs already, and I'm about to say Tracy Cortez is gonna win this fight. And I don't want to fade Aaron Blanchfield ever. I had so much money riding on Aaron Blanchfield to beat Macy Barber, and it was going to happen. It was going to happen. I know it was. Aaron Blanchfield is so good, and she's a really dominant grappler. And I thought that she was just gonna ragdoll Macy Barber. Macy Barber's a great striker. I like Macy Barber a lot, but obviously we saw the terrible weight cut the day before, and resulted.
Boom job.
And it resulted in her passing out and not being able to fight at all. And so I'm not even kidding. This is a true story. I immediately got in my car, and I'm a delivery driver. I took all of my tips and I deposited into the bank, and I put all of that in FanDuel on Aaron Blanchfield that day. I was like, Aaron Blanchfield is winning this fight as soon as I saw the weigh-ins.
Just so money range?
Directly after the weigh-in, I went and I put all of my money on Aaron Blanchfield. I was like, there's no way before these odds move, I need to hammer Aaron Blanchfield. And they didn't move because it seemed like people knew that was going on or something. But she ends up passing out. The fight doesn't happen. Aaron Blanchfield doesn't get to win and prove herself a lot. I mean, that would have been once that Aaron Blanchfield performance over Macy Barber, I think, would have showed a lot of the dominant grappling that we're referring to in Aaron Blanchfield. And some people might not be aware of how good and a big of a threat Aaron Blanchfield is on the ground. But that is where Tracy thrives. Like, Tracy loves being on the ground. Tracy's great at jiu-jitsu. Tracy could definitely get a submission. Tracy could definitely win scrambles and be the better striker here. And I think that I want to bet on the Tracy Cortez submission. I think I can't because we see that she hasn't gotten a submission in the UFC. She's got all decisions, and I wish I could see her somehow get a scramble and take Aaron's back and choke her out. And I would be jumping up and down for joy wherever I am on Saturday. But I think, it's just so hard. It's just so hard. I have to pick Tracy
It's
here.
not that hard.
I have to pick Tracy here. So I'm gonna leave my nuts where they are. I'm not gonna put them on this fight. And I'm gonna go with the same thing I've done with McConaughey. And I'm going to go with the plus 3.5 Tracy Cortez.
Dude,
I think Tracy can win a round and not get finished.
Hey, and make no mistake, I want Tracy to win. She's Arizona, okay? I want her to win. I just don't think she's going to. Because I think Blanchfield's just a dog. But I will be jumping and screaming with you if she manages to somehow submit Aaron Blanchfield, which winning a decision is one thing, but if you submit Aaron Blanchfield,
It'd be so cool. It'd be so cool.
I'm gonna lose my crap.
So
dude, or just like a sneak right hand, just aim his home. Dude, Aaron Blanchfield, like I said, I want Tracy to win. I have a really hard time believing that just because the level of competition in which they fought. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Cortez's last fight was Namajunas, right?
It was Vivian Ara. I don't know how to say her name.
Or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
AR something AUJO.
Yeah, and I mean, typically when you go up against that high level of a fighter in Rose Namajunas, you do really like you get a lot better,
It's
right?
true. That's
Like
true.
you do a lot better. But yeah, no, I mean beyond that, I feel like we've kind of covered that one.
Yeah.
And how I said when you fight a really hard competition, you do better. That's why I'm talking about my boy Bo Nickel. Okay, you know a lot of people gave him crap against RDR. Oh, he went down because of a body shot. Brother, you clearly have never been punched or kneed in your liver, and it shows, okay? Like, RDR is really good. I don't know why people don't think he is. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting dude to get smoked by Brandon Allen. I don't think anybody was.
I was on RDR.
Yeah, I was on RDR as well. But Bo Nickel, dude, I think, especially after this loss that he had to RDR, dude, I think he's going to be back and better. I think, genuinely, dude, I think he's going to search for the knockout on this one. I think he's going to come back to make a statement.
I'm completely opposite on you on this one.
Of course you are, Vincent.
Yeah, Bo Nickel is from Pennsylvania. Let me reaffirm my Pennsylvania bias, my Arizona bias, and my grappling bias. I'm going to be biased in a lot of the picks I make, and I have no apologies for that. But I will announce the biases when they exist. I love Bo Nickel. I was huge on Bo Nickel. I wanted to bet on Bo Nickel every fight, and I'm just a Bo Nickel fan. I thought he's a national champion, and he won that award. What's the best of the national champions award? Like,
Oh, okay.
he is good. Bo Nickel is a fantastic grappler. But I mean, look at Rodolfo Vieira. What is Rodolfo Vieira good at? Rodolfo Vieira is good. This is just a terrible matchup for Bo. I think this is just a terrible matchup for Bo. You gave Bo Nickel like another Paul Craig, but better. Like, I think Rodolfo has the ability to win this fight on the feet. I think he's a way better striker than Paul Craig, and I think that is not good for Bo Nickel. If you give him a good striker, someone who's clearly a better striker than him, and good on the ground. If Rodolfo Vieira can win scrambles and bring this fight to the feet, he can win this fight, and he can make it not good for Bo Nickel. Now, obviously, this is not the same caliber fighter as RDR. Like, we're talking about Rodolfo Vieira, who is good. He's good. We just watched him beat Tresean Gore, unfortunately, MMA Lab guy. But, yeah, I think I'm going to pick Bo Nickel. I think Bo Nickel wins this fight, but I don't think he gets a finish like you do. I don't think he can submit Rodolfo. I think Rodolfo is safe on the ground. I don't think he's chinning Rodolfo in any way. I think Rodolfo will outstrike him on the feet, and Bo Nickel will need to get the takedowns. And the problem with Bo Nickel is he's not a big double up the middle guy. He's not just going to blast a double and take you to side control and ground and pound you. That's just not Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel is going to try and get you up against the cage, trip you, throw you, sweep you, do something like that, and find dominant top position and stay in a safe position. I mean, we've seen Bo Nickel complain about not being able to get the finishes before because he puts on a boring wrestling performance. And I think that's much of what happens here. I think Rodolfo stays safe on the ground. I think he's a good grappler and probably just relinquishes bottom position too much because he knows that he's probably not going to get finished. I don't know if he'll be able to get up as much as he wants to. I don't know. My pick here is Bo Nickel decision, but I think Rodolfo could win a round.
I mean, here's the thing, right? We understand Bo Nickel is a really good wrestler. You know, he has the wrestling background. But I feel like you have to give credit where credit is due because when fighters fear that takedown, grapplers are able to let the hands go a little bit more, you know? I mean, dude, we see that with Islam. Everybody's so afraid of the takedown that they end up getting outboxed. That happened to Dustin Poirier.
Islam's a good striker too. That sambo striking, man. It's you're not gonna like it, but he's gonna beat you at the end. We'll talk.
Stop. God. Okay, let's save that. We're gonna save that.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. I think we both unanimously agree. Bo Nickel's probably gonna win this. I want him to get a finish, but more than likely it'll be a decision. It'll probably be a unanimous decision as well. But
29-28.
29-28.
Maybe 30-27. I could see it, but I think Rodolfo could win a round. Maybe the third round. Maybe Bo Nickal's getting tired a little bit. He doesn't get the takedowns in the third round, and Rodolfo just shows some life on the feet. But I definitely think Bo Nickal wins.
No, for sure. Yeah, I guess that wraps it up for him. You can go on to the next.
I got a Roman Kopylov and Gregory Rodriguez.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
I can already tell you're on RoboCop.
No.
You're not? Oh, wow.
No.
I thought you were about to gas up RoboCop.
No. Okay, so Kopylov's last fight against Costa, right? I had Costa winning that fight. I don't know why the hell he was an underdog. I mean, okay, from his last few performances, I understood. But he was losing to really good fighters. Paulo Costa beat this dude like he owed him lunch money, all right? I still think Kopylov, though, is a really good fighter. I mean, Rodriguez, I think his last fight was to Cannonier, right? Or am I tripping?
RoboCop and Cannonier? Let me check. Yeah, he beat Jack. He knocked out Hermanson.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, Gregory did knock out Hermanson.
Jack Hermanson. That's crazy.
Yeah, that I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
At all.
I like Jack.
Yeah, no, Jack's a great grappler. But Kopylov, I think his striking is really, really good. I just think Paulo Costa, I don't know what the hell he was on that day, but he was just like...
Costa was back.
Dude, he was back. Yeah, that was like the first Costa fight that I saw, and I was like, this is the Costa I remember.
He's still one of the best in the world.
Dude, yeah. Dude, secret juice. Secret juice, bro. But no,
I can't believe that. How do you say that?
Secret juice. I think Rodriguez is really like only path to victory is trying to get a sub. I think that's the only way that he can. And I am going off of the fact that Fluffy Hernandez submitted him, but then I'm like, okay, but that's Fluffy. Like Fluffy B is submitting everybody out here.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Fluffy was about to submit RDR.
Yeah.
That was gonna happen.
That was going to happen. I was so confident. But only person I'm surprised he didn't strangle was Brendan Allen.
Yeah. But I mean, if Brendan Allen made I don't mean to do MMA math, but if Brendan Allen makes you quit on the stool, what would Fluffy have done?
Yeah, good point. You're not wrong.
I think Fluffy would have subbed him, man.
No, 100%. But no, Gregory Rodriguez, he was doing really well against Cannonier. He had him wobbled really, really bad, I remember. And then he just gassed out.
Yeah.
Gassed out. But I think that was a 5-round fight. I could be wrong. I believe it was a 5-round fight. No, I'm almost positive it was.
Cannonier's really good, too.
Cannonier is a very good fighter.
MMA lab guy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't see a realm in which Kopylov gets knocked out by Rodriguez, and I do have Kopylov winning this by knockout or decision.
Yeah, I want to bet on Gregory Rodriguez for sure. I think he's got to knock him out. I think he could lose the third round, maybe the second. I think we could see a Kopylov decision. But yeah, I'm probably going to chase the Gregory Rodriguez KO. And either way, I like Roman Kopylov a lot. I did not think he was going to lose to Costa. And so I think that was a really stock-dropping loss for him. And that's why I think a guy like Gregory Rodriguez could knock him out. But 3 months ago, I would have said Kopylov all day long. So I'll probably stick with the Kopylov bet.
Well, then,
especially as an underdog. Like, Kopylov's the underdog here.
Well, here's the thing with Kopylov, right? Because he went the distance, or no, they declared it like a TKO at the very last second. It was the Chris Curtis fight with him.
Chris Curtis is good.
Yeah, I thought if it went to a decision, he would have won. But the literal like last second, they called the fight and made it a TKO.
Yeah,
it was stupid. But no, like Chris Curtis does not get like his flowers. I think Chris Curtis is a really good fighter,
really good striker,
and Kopylov brought it to him, enough to drop him. So I just think Kopylov, unless you're Paulo Costa, if it stays on the feet, you're not gonna do too hot.
Yeah, I think he could outclass him as long as he doesn't get chinned.
Yeah, but I don't think we've seen Kopylov get chinned before.
No, I'm pretty sure he's not been finished.
Yeah, no. And I don't even think I've seen him get dropped. I've seen
Yeah.
him like get
Yeah.
hit real hard and he like
Yeah.
got scared.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think he's good. I think we got Kopylov winning that one. What was the odds on that one?
Dude, Kopylov's a dog. Plus 130.
No way.
It just doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's pick'em. So I gotta take the Kopylov juice.
Yeah, I'm going Kopylov. Alrighty, we got Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis.
Yeah.
Dariush for the win. I'm calling it right now.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Okay, brother, my brother in Christ. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm gonna, because I like Beneil, but
Benoit. He's a great grappler. He has a head kick KO over what's that dude's name? The guy that knocked out Drew Dober. He was like the first guy to like
Drew Dober, Mr. Chin,
Mr. Chin. Dude, racially motivated Drew
the
Dober.
Mega Chin. Let me see, who's BSD knockout?
He Matt Frivola.
Yeah,
Matt Frivola.
I like Matt Frivola.
I do too.
I like Matt Frivola's last fight was such a banger.
It was. No, he's a dude, awesome fighter. But Dariush, man, I think he's fought better opponents. I think as long as he doesn't get chinned, I think he's a great grappler. So I don't think Saint Denis is gonna. I think it's like obviously they're better at grappling, right? Like that's what they prefer to do. Yeah, like we said earlier, when two grapplers are fighting each other, it goes into the stand-up. Dariush has really good stand-up. All right, he's knocked out quite a few people before, so yeah, I think Dariush, because Saint Denis I don't think is going to take him into deep waters.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I like Beneil a lot, but I think Beneil doesn't win this fight on the feet. I think Beneil would have to win this fight on the ground, and I just don't think it'll get there. I think like the scrambles are good for Benoit. I'm picking Benoit here. He's a minus 215, and I think it's for a reason.
What?
I think Beneil was like top of the world a few years ago.
Dude, he was supposed to be the guy to take out Islam.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the guy. He was the grappler. I think it's Gamrot, right? Was it Gamrot that he had a great fight with? I think he is a fantastic grappler, and I just don't think the grappling is going to matter here. I think it's going to be a fight on the feet, and I think not to shit on Moicano at all, but that last fight with Moicano, both of those guys just did not look good on the feet. Were just sloppy and tired. And I think a late Benoit finish or a decision is going to happen. I think Beneil gasses out on the feet or doesn't have any success in the ground. I know that we haven't seen Benoit against a great grappler. His last fight is against Rufi, who obviously got exposed on the ground. But yeah, I think Benoit wins this on the feet.
Dude.
I get the Beneil glaze, man. I love Beneil, but I just think it might be over. I hope this is a y'all must have forgot. I hope we forgot.
Dude, I just like for the money too, like him being a plus what you said.
Plus 165.
Oh, he's a plus 160.
Yeah, Benoit's minus 215.
Dude, yeah, I have to put my money on Dariush.
Yeah. What are you doing? Decision? You think he wins a decision?
Yeah, if he's gonna win, it's by decision for sure. I don't think he would knock out Saint Denis. I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like he'd be more likely to submit him, like maybe knock him down and then get a Darce or some crazy sub. Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, because okay, we've seen what happens when he goes up against really good grapplers. Went up against Charles, he got knocked out. Went up against Arman, he got knocked out. But I could have anybody with like an IQ above room temperature.
You're gonna make me bet BSD knockout. You're convincing me.
You hear me out. All right, those were really good strikers. Arman's a really good striker, and so is Charles. Very good Muay Thai. But Saint Denis is a predominant grappler. All right. And dude, honestly, even if he did knock out Beneil, I'm like, dude, a fly lands on his chin and he's getting knocked out. Okay, his chin is worn. All right, it has seen things. But I don't know, man. I just feel like Dariush, he's gonna pull it out the woodwork, bro. Saint Denis? What, he's like French or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, French guy. Saint
Bro,
Denis, yeah.
I
Benoit.
know y'all don't think the Butcher's gonna lose in a fist fight to a French dude.
Yeah.
All right,
Benoit's like the exclusion of the rule in the French guys, though. Him and
Sorogan.
yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go against Cyril Gahn, man. I'm kind of mad at Cyril Gahn.
Dude, yeah, I know.
He's really good though. He's really good though. But the eye poke technique, man.
Dude, him, Naimon, that whole camp, bro.
Yeah, it's
Beat the
frustrating.
crap.
It's really frustrating.
But yeah, no. So you're Saint Denis. I'm Darius. I feel like we've predominantly disagreed
Yeah,
this whole
yeah.
time.
We actually have. But I'm picking so many dogs, and you pick the dogs I don't pick.
Yeah, for real. I guess you can move on to Edwards and Prates. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. I don't think it's going to be the striking battle that Edwards wants.
I hate this fight.
Why?
I like Carlos Prates a lot, and I think Leon's a lot like Ian Gary.
I think his grappling is going to come into play a lot. And dude was able to take down Usman, was able to take down Colby. Prates, he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, that's great. But I don't know, man. Ian Gary just kind of like exposed him, you know. It seems like the Fighting Nerds have a really not so great wrestling background. Like
They're definitely very technical, good strikers.
striking
Yeah.
predominantly.
I don't know if we've seen a lot of Fighting Nerds submission victories.
Yeah, I mean, with the exception of maybe Kyle Barajo.
Yeah, okay, Kaio's a really good grappler. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Kaio's a really good grappler.
Um,
Predominantly a grappler.
yeah, predominantly. But I want Prates to win.
Yeah.
I really do. Is he he's the underdog? Ain't he?
He's not. He's minus 210.
Oh.
But, you know, I think it's public money, man. I think everyone likes the Fighting Nerds. I don't mean to say Carlos Prates is going to lose a fight. And if I pick against Carlos Prates, I'm going to hate myself. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say Carlos Prates is going to KO him. I'm going to say Leon is still missing his heart. I'm going to say Leon gets KO'd here. But Leon Edwards is a really technical striker. A really technical striker. A really, really good defensive striker. I think it's hard to chin Leon Edwards. I think he could implement the grappling like you mentioned, like Ion Nurmagomedov. I really think that Carlos Prates could lose this fight, and that sucks. Because again with the Wellmaker, like, oh yeah, Wellmaker's just gonna get a layup KO on the pay-per-view, but that's not what they're doing. They're not giving the Fighting Nerds another layup. Leon is top 3, top 5 in the world. Still, you know what I mean? Like, this guy is a really good striker. I think he could do really well on the feet, not get finished. I think he could go a decision. I think probably the best bet here is an underdog Leon Edwards plus 3.5.
Yeah, honestly, it's just so hard.
But he could
dude,
get KO'd.
Jeff
He could
Neal,
get KO'd. He spinning elbowed Jeff Neal in the
Dude,
face.
Jeff Neal's a beast. Like,
Yeah.
he's like the dark horse of the welterweight
Yeah.
division.
Yeah.
He's really, really good.
It's hard to finish.
Yeah. Hey, bro, he ended the Vicente Luque run. I was really sad.
I'm a Vicente Luque Glazer, man. Same name, and he's a grappler.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I want Prates to win. I do.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to win by knockout if he does. I think it's going to be...
And if he doesn't get the knockout, I think Leon wins a decision or at least a round.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Leon's best path to victory is the grappling. Like, that's... I know he was like, oh, I'm finally happy I got a grappler. I'm like, dude, or no, I got a striker.
Yeah.
Brother, this is MMA, all right? You don't get to, like, pick and choose what you want, right? And, dude, for all we know, I wonder what the submission props are for Prates. To get him to get a submission on
Yeah,
Edwards.
I mean, and if you're game planning this, like the Fighting Nerds claim to, like with their data analysts and their film study and all of this, if Kyle Barajo isn't in Carlos's ear right now being like, hey, you can grapple game, take down Leon and submit him. Because that is the only time we've seen Leon lose a fight. I can't name a fight that Leon has lost other than the past two, Usman and Sean Brady. Sean Brady just pressure wrestling. Usman just pressure wrestling. It's the only time we see Leon lose. So this is if Carlos wins this fight, he's a great striker and he's proven a lot. But yeah, plus 3.5. I wish we had the plus 3.5 lines out, but
Edwards breaks too easy. Like,
but it's not a 5-round fight. This is a 3-round fight.
yeah, good point. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Prates on this one.
Yeah.
More than likely by decision. I want Edwards to get knocked out, but he's probably not gonna. Because like you said, he's very good at distance management.
Yeah.
He's just very good at protecting himself for the most part.
Which is what frustrated Carlos against Ian Gary.
Yeah, it seems like really high IQ striking is just kind of where
They kind of meet their match.
they meet their match. But that, and I don't think they don't have the threat of the takedown, and it's like, well, this is MMA. You have to have that threat.
That would work against Leon, it seems like.
Oh, 100%. Especially after getting mauled by Brady.
Yeah. And we can segue into that. Brady is a monster. And I know you're about to pick Michael Morales, man. Just by the look you're giving me, I know you're about to pick Morales, man. But Sean Brady's going to sub him, man.
No, he's not, dude.
Yeah, he is.
If my brother in Christ, if Gilbert Burns couldn't get this dude to the ground,
How old was Gilbert Burns in that fight?
he's probably like 37, 38.
What did Gilbert Burns do after that fight?
Did he retire?
Yeah, I do not look at.
Yeah, guess what? I would retire too if I got laid out in the first round.
Yeah,
After I went
okay.
3-round war with Hamzat Chimaev,
I get
God knows how many years ago, like 3 years ago. Still not the point I'm trying to make. Morales is just a weight bully, bro.
Yeah.
He's huge for his weight
He's a
class.
big guy. He's a big guy.
Massive. And all it takes is one, bro. All it takes is one. I'm going to say it. I like Brady. I think he's a great fighter. Dude got
TKO'd by Bilal
Muhammad.
Yeah, I know.
So what in the flying hell makes you think that he's gonna take him down?
I think Usman is a really, 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 really good grappler, a really dominant grappler, and Usman could not submit Leon Edwards. And do you know who bodied Leon Edwards? Choked him out immediately, instantly. Sean Brady's wrestling pedigree, biased for Pennsylvania, is fantastic. And I think that we've seen Michael Morales be able to get taken down. I think if I'm right, he's been taken down in the UFC. I could be wrong about that, but I think we know Michael Morales' strong suit is the striking. I think he's gonna want to keep this fight on the feet, and I know he's got a wrestling background too. So, and he's big, like you mentioned. He could defend the Sean Brady takedowns, and he could TKO him if Bilal Muhammad could do it.
You hear yourself right now?
And he's an underdog.
Morales
Morales is a plus 150, and Brady's minus 150.
Oh yeah, I'm putting my money on Morales.
And you probably should put your money on Morales KO. I think round 2 or 3 KO could be really cool.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, probably just a straight up biased pick. I like Sean Brady too much. The back tattoo is insanely sick.
Dude,
The grappling is sick. I don't know. Sean Brady rear naked choke. I hope. The big
All
one.
right, we got Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. Oh my God, I think Shevchenko all day, baby.
I completely agree with you, and I'm really surprised you didn't pick Zhang.
Nah, I do not think Zhang. I just think Shevchenko. Okay, I've seen Zhang Weili get knocked out by Rose Namajunas at 115. The hell do you think is going to happen at flyweight with Valentina Shevchenko?
Just as good of a striker and bigger.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, fat chance. Let's keep it a buck, okay? The only reason why Zhang Weili is going up a weight class is because she's cleared out her division. Literally, there's nobody else.
Yeah.
Nobody else. And guess what? If she loses, it's a Shevchenko. It's really a win-win for her. The way I see it.
Anyway, so man. Listen, Shevchenko is not gonna be the GOAT after this win. We're still gonna say it's Nunes. I understand, but when Nunes loses to Kayla Harrison, can Shevchenko become the GOAT? That's my question.
You don't believe that?
You don't think Nunes is going to lose to Kayla Harrison?
Nah.
All right, well, I think Kayla Harrison's going to beat Nunes, and I wish we had those odds because I imagine they're not available yet because that fight's not even confirmed. But Kayla Harrison's going to beat Nunes, I think, and I think Nunes might not be the GOAT status that she is right now. Nunes is the clear GOAT right now. Shevchenko might have an argument after this fight.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I think she definitely wins this fight. I think Zhang is a beast. I love Zhang. I wouldn't pick Zhang against any fight in the strawweight division at all. But in this division, I'm definitely going to pick Shevchenko. I picked Shevchenko in basically every one of her fights, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I think she's the better striker, and I think it's going to be as simple as that.
Yeah, no, I mean, she out-grappled, what's her name? Oh my God, she's... Grasso. She out-grappled Grasso for basically 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Right?
She did lose to Grasso one time.
Yeah, that was just a really good submission, though.
Yeah.
And I don't think she throws flying,
That draw was controversial, too, though.
The draw, yeah, I thought Shevchenko won.
I did, too, but a lot of people said Grasso, man. A lot of people.
Hey, my friend, my coworker at work, Bilal, man, he always tells me close fights are not robberies.
It's true.
I hate it, but he's true. He's right. But yeah, no, I just think Shevchenko, she's like the epitome of an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
She can grapple, she can strike. Like, dude, like, she's a beast. And she's fighting in her weight class where she's comfortable. I think this is the hardest fight maybe that she's had in like a really long time. Like, if you were to put Wei Li against Grasso, I think Wei Li smokes her.
Yeah. I think Zhang's probably number 2 in this division. Like Zhang.
Oh.
Like if Shevchenko retired before this fight, hypothetically, not that she's on track to, Zhang could have come up and just taken an interim, you know what I mean, and been a 2-division champ easily. I think she is. I don't see problems for Zhang at flyweight. Like I'm not trying to pick Valentina just because she's bigger. I'm picking Valentina if she was the one cutting to 115. I think Valentina's the better striker, and I think that's how this fight goes.
Oh, for sure. No, 100%. What are the odds on this one?
It's such a baity line. It's a clean plus 100 for Zhang, and it's just begging you to bet on Zhang, but I'm not gonna do it.
No, fat chance, not happening. But yeah, no. Anything else?
No, I just think that Shevchenko is gonna have a GOAT argument by next year when Kayla Harrison wins.
So, this is the moment I've been waiting for because we already gotten a verbal spat over this on like a 3-hour phone call.
Yeah.
Explain to me how you think Makhachev is going to lose.
You framed that question in such a great light, and I think I can reverse that question back to you just by asking you, what gives you the idea that JDM wins this fight if you don't factor in the fact that he's bigger than Islam? If we just pretended just for 1 second that Islam and JDM were the same size, because they're fucking gonna be, what do you think? Do you think JDM is just a better grappler and a better striker than Islam? Do you think JDM just defends all these takedowns? Do you think JDM is just big Volkanovski but better? Like, what do you make of JDM that makes you think that he is better than Islam Makhachev? And what win makes you think that?
Gas tank. Better gas tank. Power. He's going to hit harder. More technical on the feet. Really good takedown defense. Right? Craig Jones.
Okay, Craig Jones. Okay, that take I'll respect.
The
Craig Jones take I respect. I honestly do respect the Craig Jones take. I think that the only fathomable situation where Jack wins is people are like, oh, he's so much bigger. There's no way Islam.
No, I think they're gonna be
the same size.
They're gonna be the same size. I think, Islam's massive.
Huge.
I've seen videos of him like right now, but he already had a pretty bad gas tank at 155. Like he always like started slowing down as the rounds went on.
Because he was cutting fucking 1,000 pounds.
But now he's up 15 pounds.
Which you could say he's carrying more weight. He gets more tired, but I think the weight cut is even better for him. I think he's feeling comfortable at this weight division. I think this is his new home.
And he's running away from Ilia Topuria, the GOAT, okay? He's running away from my boy, all right?
I didn't even realize the fucking Ilya shirt.
He's running away. Stupid a buck, he's running away. Anyways.
He's not running away. He just doesn't want to fight another little baby boy.
Bro, yeah,
little. Everyone's small to Islam. He's tired of fight. He's tired of being called a weight bully and fighting these little tiny.
He should stop almost losing to them though. I thought Volk won that first fight.
You know, I don't though, because what the argument is gonna the only argument we're gonna get specific here. The only argument for Volkanovski winning that fight is that Volkanovski also won the 4th round. And he didn't win the 4th round. You can say he outdamaged him, whatever. I just don't think he did. And Islam had his back in that round. And in the 4th round, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll get too semantic with it. I think Islam beat Volk. I think it was clear, and I don't think JDM is the Australian that Volkanovski is. I think Volkanovski is one of the GOATs, and Islam beat one of the GOATs, and now we're just getting a big guy. I am not trying to say shade JDM. The guy averages almost 7 significant strikes per minute. The guy doesn't get taken down unless he breaks his arm. The guy is a fantastic boxer, defensive grappler, whatever. I'll glaze JDM. I like JDM. I picked him against Bilal. But Bilal and Islam is not the same. Like, literally, JDM said this is a warm-up for Islam when he fought Bilal.
Oh, no, I agree.
Because Islam is better.
Oh,
and now Islam is this size, the same size Bilal was, and he is not going to wait till round 3 and 4. He's not going to show Canelo hands. I think he's going to get JDM to the ground. I just do.
Wait, let me guess. He's going to dose him.
Yeah, probably he's going to get an early rounds 1, 2, or 3 darts choke. It would probably be my bet. But
dude, Ilya's just going to go up to 170.
And that's fine.
He's gonna get your.
I hope so. I hope so, dude. I do not dislike Ilya. I said baby boy to refer to the fact that Islam is tired of fighting little guys. Like he just is. But Ilya is not even a little guy. Ilya is big for the division. Ilya will come up. Ilya is a killer. Ilya is a monster.
Dustin Poirier didn't get submitted till the 5th round.
Dustin's good.
You don't think JDM is better in every single way possible?
No, I don't think.
You're telling me right now if Dustin Poirier and JDM were the same exact size and they fought each other, you think Poirier?
Well, you just said the same exact size, and that factors in why I think JDM would win. I think JDM would win because he's bigger. But right now, obviously, Dustin's retired to eating steaks on the beach with his new teeth. But 2 years ago, that's an interesting fight to me, JDM and Dustin Poirier. I think Dustin Poirier is fantastic. I think Dustin Poirier is amazing. I think Islam's wins are great wins. Volkanovski was the GOAT. We were trying to say he was the GOAT. I was gonna. If he beat Islam, Volk's the GOAT. We're not talking about John Jones. Fuck John Jones. And now Islam's gonna be the GOAT. Now JDM is gonna get beat, and Islam's gonna be the greatest of all time.
Say that like you're so confident.
I am, and on Saturday night, I'll give you a phone call and I'll be like, hey, congratulations, Islam's the GOAT. He's gonna be the resume.
But Islam
has.
hasn't even fought. He has. I still think he needs to fight Ilya. I still think he needs to fight Arman. Which, hey, Arman pulled out day of, bro. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I was livid.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats! You beat Money Moicano.
We can get really deep into rabbit holes, bro. Charles Oliveira never gets KO'd if Arman doesn't pull out. You realize that?
Wait, say that again.
Charles Oliveira. We're gonna get deep here. If Arman and Islam fight, right? What's the next fight for Islam Makhachev? Is it JDM?
Ilya.
It's Ilya. Because the reason that Islam is moving up is because of the little guys. Is because he hasn't beat big guys, right? There's literally the only reason he's using as an excuse to not fight Ilia Topuria is because his resume isn't as strong as it should be. Because he's fought Volkanovski, who was smaller than him, and Moicano, who was a
Why
perceived
is
layer.
he making this decision now, though, after being in the lightweight division for so many years?
The lightweight division was fine, but when he fought featherweights and won, and it was like, okay, you're beating up on lightweights. I mean, on featherweights, on lighter guys, and then you're supposed to have a great title defense. If he beat Arman, that is a great title defense. But instead, he beats Moicano, and that does not make him any closer to the GOAT status. Not to disrespect Moicano, but he just walked through Moicano on one day's notice, who was supposed to fight Beneil, not Islam Makhachev.
I would have rather seen Beneil versus Islam.
It would have been right. But it makes sense why Moicano got called up. I get it, but I did think Beneil could have been the one called up for that. It could have been a more interesting fight. But just to get into this rabbit hole, he does not fight JDM if he beat Arman. If he beat Arman, Arman is not a smaller guy. Arman's a great grappler, and that looks great on his resume. So now, when he fights Ilia Topuria, a lighter guy, Ilya's a monster. No one's going to care that it's another lighter guy because you just beat Arman, who's your weight class. But now it's like you just beat Moicano. Like, nobody gives a shit for that. Like, it was one day notice. So instead of fighting Ilia, that fight never happens. He moves up, and Ilia fights Charles Oliveira. That fight never needed to happen. And even if you want to say, we can throw out everything I just said. Even if you want to say Islam beats Arman and still moves up, which would not have happened. Islam beats Arman, moves up, and who is the number one contender still?
JDM.
Arman. It would be Arman Sarukian would still be the number one contender. But the reason that Arman's not the number one contender is because he pulled out and he's getting punished. So he had to make weight for that fight instead of fight in that fight. So he made weight against Ilia Topuria when he should have been the one fighting Ilia Topuria. And we should see Arman flat out on the canvas, punished for pulling out, ruining the first main event of the year, or the first pay-per-view of the year. And now, instead, our hero, our savior, Charles Oliveira had to be the victim. And I will never forgive Arman Sarukian. Like, I've been big about not tearing down fighters. I will tear down Arman Sarukian. He is great, a fantastic grappler. Charles should not have been the lamb. I am so mad at that.
My brother in Christ. How many rounds did it take to finish Charles when Islam fought him?
2? Was it 2?
3.
Was it 3? Okay. What are we getting at?
How many minutes?
Oh, because Ilia finished him faster. You did not listen to anything I just said. You're still glazing Ilia. Fuck you.
I'm keeping it a buck, bro. Okay, tell you what. If Islam beat Ilia, bro,
The GOAT.
go.
Yeah.
Bro, go. Like, unequivocally.
Do you think it happens, or do you think he retires after JDM?
I think I think he's running away from Ilia.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that. He was praying that Bilal lost that fight against JDM. He was praying for. Keep it a buck.
That's his boy.
And Bilal always glazes Islam. And
Yeah, it might not be as mutual.
When they brought it up to Islam, I was like, I hope.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens, blah, 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 blah. But you're going to look at me in my eyes and tell me that Islam doesn't think Bilal, or JDM is a harder fight than Bilal?
Islam's a harder fight than Bilal too, though, for JDM.
No, I agree. I 110% agree. But the thing is, all right, JDM, Craig Jones, all right, really good takedown defense. Really, really good takedown defense, so long as he doesn't break his arm in the first round. All right. And then, dude, he just finds a way to pull it out the mud, bro. Like, he pulls off a win out of nowhere. And you know how you defend a takedown, bro?
Yeah. Underhook. Wizard. Oh, uppercut. You're up.
Or
knee up the middle. You know that knee up the middle is a lot harder to land than it looks, though.
well, yeah, because they're always going they're putting their head on the outside.
Yeah.
Burns, bro.
I get it. I completely get the JDM take, but I just think
If Burns and Islam were to fight right now, who do you think would win?
Burns and Islam, Gilbert Burns.
What the Gilbert Burns that fought JDM that night?
Islam. Is
Stop! You're tripping.
I'm super surprised. The Islam. I mean the Bilal. No, I'm fucking up. The one that fought against in his last fight against Morales. Islam's at -1,000.
Yeah. Okay. I said.
I know you said that. I know you accepted. I accept that caveat, and I think it's closer, but I'm still taking like a similar line on -200 on Islam. I think Islam's the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. Pound for pound. You put 100 and how much does he weigh? 170. So you put 95 pounds on the guy, 85 pounds on the guy. I don't know. I'm not good at math. You put Islam a heavyweight. He's beating up Tom Aspinall.
Say that to the camera. What you just said right there.
Islam is pound for pound the GOAT. If Islam was in the heavyweight division, he'd beat up Tom Aspinall. If Islam was in the flyweight division, he's winning there too. He's the pound for pound GOAT, man. This guy has a skill level that other people don't have.
Tell you what, bro. Because actually, I'll keep it a buck with you. I think Islam beating Ilya is more of a W than him beating JDM.
Yeah. It would be, but would you have said that before Charles Oliveira?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he would have been like Ilya just got exposed because Ilya showed the grappling against Charles and he showed the ability at lightweight against Charles. Otherwise, he would have just been like, he derailed Ilya.
Here's the thing, homie. Daniel Cormier said this so perfectly. Ilya knocked out Volk and Max back to back, and then went on to knock out Charles.
Yeah.
Him doing that is like if some random ass dude came out the woodwork, knocked out DC and John Jones back to back, and became champ.
See, and you're gonna make me hate on Ilya here, and I'm not trying to, but like, are those knockouts the most impressive knockouts in the world when you add context to them? Volk had just gotten his chin cracked. Like, Volk was very, very susceptible to getting KO'd. No one before that fight was like, oh, Volk's going to destroy him. We were all like, oh my God, like, I hope he doesn't chin our guy. That was the perspective, was Volk should not have fought Islam on short notice, not gotten head kick KO'd, and he might get KO'd here. And that's what happened. So I'm not even too surprised that he cracked Volk. Now you put him against Max Holloway. I'm not gonna discredit that one at all. You chinned Max Holloway. Fantastic. It shows the power that he has. Chinning Max Holloway is crazy. I thought Max Holloway was kind of winning the fight, but he chinned Max Holloway, and then he goes up and chins Charles. I love Charles. Charles is one of my favorite fighters. Who hasn't cracked Charles?
My brother in Christ.
We knew that Charles was going to lose. I knew that I was betting on Charles, knowing that he was going to get cracked.
Head kick or not, when that right hand landed on Volk's face, he was going to die.
And I understand. He's got a ridiculous power. But do you think that ridiculous power is landing on Islam Makhachev?
Yeah. Islam gets...
off his back?
Dude, the Georgian wrestling, it's better than Dagestani wrestling.
Ilya's from Spain.
Okay, but where does he really train out of?
No, I get it. I totally get what you're saying. I just, I think Islam ragdolls him.
That could not be further from the truth.
He's bigger. He's strong. Islam, dude, do I have to pull up a picture of Islam Makhachev, man?
So, we may or may not have talked a little too long and the camera died, but that's okay because we had another battery and we're going to film our outro now. But that was the first episode of the 10-8 podcast. It's been me, Jonathan Soto. We got
Vincent Falco.
And beyond that, we want to see your guys' opinions in the comments. Let us know. We're Team JDM over here. We're Team Cross Sniffer over here. Islam Makhachev. But beyond that, check out Persist. I'm going to make sure that you guys, see them in the links down below. Get yourself a nice little shaker. But beyond that, y'all have a good one. And do you have anything else?
No, it's on by Doris, man.
Oh my God. All right. Well, y'all have a good one. Comment down below.